Well, it's only a month away before the best game of the year is coming out. No, you silly fool, not Red Dead Redemption 2, Fallout 76. Ah, I can smell the lore now.
I am in shock!
You're not funny, Gundam. So, Fallout 76 will not hit Steam to provide customers the best experience possible. I bet you can't guess who said that. It's my favorite Bethesda representative, Papa Pete Hines. This comes from one angry gamer, one of the few guys that probably carries as much anger as I do about the game's media. He writes, most already see through the reasoning behind the upcoming November due game having its own launcher. But according to the publication sites like WCCF Tech, we learn from Hines these things. For those of you who don't know, like the one guy out there who's probably already disliking this video, he's going to trash Bethesda. They make great games. Dislike, unsubscribe. But seriously, they're launching this on the Bethesda.net because microtransactions and paid mods, kids. A lot of money in that, baby.
Place got hit by lightning, huh? Fuck you, pay me.
That's right. The whole point is to just make sure there's no middleman getting a single shekel. There will not be a penny going to that worthless Gabe Newell. It's all going to Todd Howard because he deserves it. Pete Hines says, it's an online, always-on game that was also based on our experience with other online games as well. The really great Morrowind game that you probably don't play or give half a fuck about. Gundam, you're supposed to not curse, or else YouTube will bury us. You're right, Billy, forgive me. Hold on, the puppy's eating curtains. We felt that having a direct relationship with our customers was super important to us. And so doing it through Bethesda.net exclusively allows us to have that one-on-one relationship with customers.
Bullshit!
That quite honestly, you don't always have when you go through another third party where they might own the relationship with the customer in terms of being able to email them or to reach out directly and contact them. With the latest paid mods that you can buy for our game, we need to be able to contact you directly so that when we send you an email, you know where to put your PayPal money, stupid. We would like to email you directly to tell you about the mods that we're going to charge you for that you could get for free on the Nexus. By the way, great job, Nexus, giving us some fresh ideas and keeping the blood flowing in Fallout because we're stifled creatively. We're creatively bankrupt. Leave Bethesda and Pete Hines alone. Todd Howard, you gotta love everything about Bethesda. Todd Howard comes out whenever they're gonna announce a new game, and he tells you all this shit that's not gonna be in the game, and people go bonkers. Then the game comes out, it lacks these features, and nobody's upset ever. Nobody goes, what is going on here?
What the fuck is this?
Pete Hines then says, so it simplifies things a little, and we believe it's going to help us deal with some issues and challenges that we've seen in the past. God only knows what that could be. I mean, issues, challenges, bugs that never get fixed in a game. That might be one of them. You know, let's put it in perspective, okay? Skyrim Special Edition is pretty much normal Skyrim brought to 64-bit with a reshade tacked on top. They didn't even remove all the bugs that were previously on the game years ago. This is the company you're dealing with. That's how little they gave a shit, and it still sold like hotcakes. Oh my god, I think I'm gonna be sick just thinking about it. We added some spectral mapping on the snow so it sparkles in the light. Oh, la-di-da, did you fix these bugs? No, we didn't. Now give us your money, bitch. And again, it's a new experience. Like the game itself is, and we're going to see how it goes and how it works and what benefits it allows us to have in making sure that our customers have the best experience possible. We want you to be fully capable of buying microtransactions directly through us and only through us. And we want you to experience mods directly through us and only through us. That's why Fallout 76 exists, so you little shit snacks can't get any free mods off the Nexus. Merry Christmas. Signed, Pete Hines. Even when you read the first line, it's an always online, always on game, and is a service. Now you take out the unnecessary parts of the sentence and you focus on the two main ones: game and service. Games as service. As you remember, this was the mantra of EA, and we all know what EA thinks. EA doesn't even focus on putting out good games now. EA's main raison d'etre is to get out a game with as many microtransactions as possible, if at all possible, and then work the game mechanics around them. Because at the end of the day, gaming isn't about gamers, it's about shareholders. And you're not a shareholder. Understand that. You're the consumer.
Lexicon,
Yeah.
we all work together in service of the same goal, which is make the best entertainment on earth and engage and captivate our consumers. And then, of course, when the products are delivered, to have A+ worldwide marketing and distribution, letting consumers play. There are other times when we feel like our release schedule just isn't suited to that.
Yeah.
Our big titles, NBA 2K on September 11th, Red Dead Redemption 2 on October 26th. Of course, WWE is coming back this fall as well.
Yeah.
Plus all of our ongoing enterprises where we talk to consumers on a regular basis. So we're engaged with consumers every day, engaging with the analyst community, with our customers, and consumers come by too, but mostly because the food is good at our booth.
Well,
Why, look, I'm just a mug and I know it, but I'm beginning to understand a lot of things. Why, your type's as old as history. If you can't lay your dirty fingers on a decent idea and twist it and squeeze it and stuff it into your own pocket, you slap it down. Like dogs, if you can't eat something, you bury it.
You are the walking wallet, making sure the people who are in power get the money that they want. Because the gaming industry focuses on one thing. It's not art. It's about constant revenue streams. It's about constant growth. It's about making more money this year than last year. And that's what people don't understand when they defend all of these major game companies. It kind of blows my mind. That brings me to the point called Eastwood. You know him. I've gone after him in the past. I now kind of ignore console fanboys because I've reached a point of where it's just like it's not worth it. It's like trying to speak reason to a console fanboy is trying to explain to a woman who can't stop fucking up her life why actually dating you would have been the right decision. But she's never going to change because she's too set in her ways. And by the time she wakes up to it, she won't hit the wall. She will obliterate the wall going through it. Then she'll come out looking like Danny DeVito with 4 kids and saying she's looking for a nice, stable relationship. I know this is a little bit too much information. Sometimes my life just pours out into the microphone. Point being, Cole Eastwood says the game's media impressions of Red Dead Redemption 2 is such a stark contrast to their impressions of Fallout 76.
You stupid dick.
Now, you might look at this and go, what's his point? I'll explain further. PlayStation kind of has like the exclusive rights to promote Red Dead Redemption 2. Like every time you turn around, like the PlayStation logo pops up. So they got a little deal with Rockstar that their bullshit is on it more than Xbox ever will be. And the Xbox camp has obviously Fallout 76 as the beta, the pre-beta, whatever you want to call it, launched on the Xbox One X first for people to test out. So Colt Eastwood's mindset is games media is shit. I'm gonna agree from there. But Cole Eastwood is saying that the games media is saying such good things about Red Dead Redemption 2 because they're all in the pocket of PlayStation and they're against the Xbox community. That's the thought process here. It's not the fact that Red Dead Redemption 2 and Rockstar, I'm gonna give Rockstar this, everybody knows it. If a game isn't ready, Rockstar will actually push back their flagship game till it's ready to go out the door, not Bethesda. Once Bethesda sets the date, that game is coming out come hell or high water. Even if the world was ending, Todd Howard would find a way to put out one of those goddamn Bethesda games. Fallout 5, 5 minutes before the world ends, and people would still be cheering, at least I can play before I die. Point being, as I'm all over the place, this is the mentality you have. Instead of the man just looking at it as, well, let's face it, Red Dead Redemption 2 seems like a far superior game than Fallout 76, which is just Fallout 4 with multiplayer. It's a rehashed game. Red Dead Redemption 2 was built from the ground up from Next Generation. for next generation. Fallout 76 is the same creation engine slightly tweaked over the goddamn decades. The reason why Red Dead Redemption is getting acclaim is because it looks like a work of art. Fallout 76 looks like a cash grab. Don't get me wrong. Red Dead Redemption 2 is also a cash grab. But at least it's a cash grab that looks halfway decent. You know, like an attractive chick with a bad coke habit. She's interested in you, she's trouble, but looks like a little bit of fun. Whereas to Fallout 76 is that frumpy chick who has like 3 or 4 kids. She probably has a heroin addict, a bad attitude, and is a hot mess you've known for years, and it's just not worth the effort or time. Do you understand? And on top of that, the tribalism with the fucking consoles. Who gives a shit? Long story short, it's not about Xbox or PlayStation. It's just about developers. One developer kind of gives a little bit of shit, and the other developer doesn't give a shred of a shit. Okay, that's it, cult. IGN isn't being paid off by PlayStation or Red Dead Redemption 2 to shit on Fallout 76, for God's sakes. Fallout 76 is doing it itself. Fallout 76 threw itself down the goddamn stairs, and it's screaming it's a battered wife, and you're a cop with the detective skills of a dead rat. Ah, that was rude. I'm trying to be a nicer guy. Damn it. I'm sorry. I'm just, Fallout always pisses me off. It's like something you love, and then it just goes to shit. So let's end this on a positive note. Just kidding. Fallout 76 Platinum Edition costs $115 and doesn't include Fallout 76. This is from PC Gamer. Now, what PC Gamer f***ed up here is they didn't really explain that this is actually a guide. So the Prima guide is $115 and it doesn't include the game. It's supposed to just be a guide for the game. But frankly, $115, not counting shipping, and if there's tax, then you're looking at $120 at the least? Really? $120 for a fucking Prima guide? Is this what we've come to in AAA gaming? I mean, for this price, it should come with a digital copy of the game, for God's sakes. What is all this garbage? Digital bonus, unlock your digital version of the guide at game launch on 11/14 with a free code included inside. Well, that makes all the difference. I'm sorry I even bothered with this. This is a good deal.
Not a bad deal if I say so myself. Kill me, please. I want to die.
Collector's edition case to safely hold your collectibles. Fold accent logo and magnetic closure. Well, shit. When we die and an alien species comes to Earth and finds your Prima guide for Fallout 76, they'll sit there and go, these beings were truly ahead of their time. Look at this fine artisan crafting made by young Asian children who upgraded from working at the Apple factory to the Prima guide factory in China. 3 mini journals. Reach for one of these pocket-sized notebooks the next time you need to scribble down nuclear codes. Each journal features, oh my God. You gotta be kidding me, man. Nobody writes in journals these days. Really? Who would really need this? It's Fallout, for God's sakes. You don't actually have to put in codes anymore. I mean, I remember in Fallout 1, you actually had to remember the code, but in the new Fallouts, the second you read the note, your character automatically remembers the code. You walk up, press E, it opens. It isn't like, okay, now put in the numbers. You said, oh God, it's 187 on an undercover cop. Fuck. Oh, the Chronic. Appalachia regional poster. Yeah, don't need that. Local brew beverage coasters. Yeah, okay, great. So you get some nice little coasters to put your Mountain Dew on. Or Monster Energy, because God knows you're going to be up all night playing this amazing work of art. Collector's edition guide with alternate cover and treatments. This version of hardcover guide with alternate cover art and end sheets plus a ribbon bookmark and matching end bands can only be found inside the Platinum Edition. Inside the guide, details training breakdowns of every quest, guide, buildings, blah, blah, blah. The game is not included. This product is a pre-sale, yada, yada. I find this to be gross. I mean, how many special edition pieces of shit does Bethesda sell? I'm out of here. I'm done with this. This is gaming in 2018. Sell you as much shit as possible for the highest price. I mean, really, this makes no sense. And the funny part is there are still people who will defend this shit. I mean, someone tagged me, and literally there was a guy who replied to the tag saying, yeah, this guide is awesome and worth the money. I have the Prima guide for Fallout 4, and they keep updating the online version of the guide constantly. I still use it today, years after Fallout 4 has come out. If you need a guide for something as simple as Fallout 4 my little darling, you may be in trouble. The real world is far more complicated than Fallout 4 is. Hell, the AI in Fallout 4 is brain dead. You could literally shoot a super mutant, jump behind a tree, and the damn thing will look dead at your leg hanging outside of the tree and go, "Where did he go? Guess he left." And I'm just like, oh my. Garbage. See, this is why Bethesda still exists, because there's people who are willing to pay $120 or more for a guide to a game that costs you $60. And knowing the hardcore fans, they'll buy the extremely expensive guide, they'll buy the normal game, then they'll buy the Power Armor edition because it's all collectibles. No, it's not. You're not going to see, later on at, Pawn Shop, whatever the hell it's on, VH1 or whatever, and a guy comes in and goes, "I have a limited edition of the Fallout 4 Power Armor helmet. It's made of really cheap ABS plastic and has flashing in some areas." The guy's going to tell you to get the out of the building. Hell, he might give you money to leave with the helmet and never return. I've had it. Officially. Let's get out of here, Choochie. Daddy feels like he's going to puke. Rate, comment, subscribe if you so choose to. If not, to hell with it. I can't ask anyone to give more of a shit to me in the age of apathy. In the age of this gaming era we live in, where they do nothing but sell you trash and tell you it's treasure. Look at the puppy. The puppy makes it all worth it.
All you need is smiles. Lots and lots of smiley smiles. Your sweet pink mouth goes north, not south, and just smile. All you need is smiles. Hey, smile.